Mother's Day is this weekend, and while it's a celebratory time for some, the day can also cause stress. Parenting and lifestyle expert Hannah Keeley is here to talk about how moms can overcome Mother's Day stress disorder. Hey, Hannah, thanks for taking the time to visit with us.
Absolutely. I love it. Thank you.
Yes. Well, introduce yourself to us. We haven't chatted before. Talk about who you are and what you do, Hannah.
Oh, absolutely. I'm Hannah Keeley. I'm known as America's #1 mom coach. And basically, I've been studying the mom brain and been coaching moms for almost 3 decades. So it's yeah, believe it or not, it's been crazy. I have 7 kids, and really, I think most of my experience coaching moms didn't come from my background as a behavior therapist. I think most of it came from just parenting and knowing how the mom brain works and working with moms.
Yeah, I love that. Well, we're talking about something specific today known as Mother's Day stress disorder. Hannah, what is that?
Well, that's this high amount of stress going into a holiday, especially a holiday that is set apart to recognize you. If you think about it, one thing that moms really struggle with is putting themselves first, valuing themselves, self-worth. We have a tendency to put ourselves last because the needs of our children and our families really take precedence over that. So going into a holiday that is earmarked to celebrate you, there's resistance around that. We don't want to put out our expectations, and we have this almost premature disappointment knowing, it may not turn out the way I want.
Yeah, certainly. And what you described is what I saw from my mom as well when I was growing up. She was the last person to sit down to have the meal with us, right? Everybody else was already almost eaten. And sometimes she would eat standing up, and so putting yourself first is definitely a challenge. Do you have any other tips for moms that you can share with us?
Oh, absolutely. Well, let's talk about some of those tips. First of all, number one, make sure you're having clear communication. So if there's an idea that you would love to see happen on Mother's Day, you really need to love your family enough to communicate that clearly. For example, your husband may be thinking, you know what, she just loves being with the kids all the time. Or I'm going to plan a big outing with the kids, and we're going to do a big picnic at the park. She may just want to go to Target all by herself and go shopping. Like you don't know. So when a mom can communicate with clarity what she would love this holiday to look like, then it's more likely that could actually happen.
Yeah, and I saw another one that popped up on our screen there. What was it? Releasing expectations. Yeah, thanks, Sunshine.
Yeah. Releasing those expectations. And what I mean by that is hold yourself responsible for your own joy. It's hard when we operate with a should. I call it, we should all over ourselves as a mom when we're like, well, my spouse should do this. My children should do this. This is what they should do for me for Mother's Day. Let go of that. Release the expectations, and then allow yourself to take responsibility. You know what? I can do this. I can buy myself flowers. I can go on a shopping spree. I can just take a few hours in the park for reading. You take responsibility and alleviate everyone else of that burden.
Yeah, and is that what you mean by rewarding yourself? How do moms reward themselves?
Well, you can also, that's part of it, is rewarding yourselves. We don't always like to give ourselves gold stars. Here's why. It never seems good enough. One of my mantras that I live by is sloppy success beats perfect failure. That means we can either decide I have to do things perfectly and never reach that, or what would be actually more advantageous to our personal development and our internal success is to say, you know what, I can just get it done. I can just allow myself a little bit of failure in this process of perfection, right? So part of that is rewarding your efforts, not always rewarding the success, rewarding your efforts. So give yourself, some room, give yourself some of those gold stars, give yourself some of those rewards. And here's the deal. A happy mom is more liable to create a happy family.
Yeah, certainly. Well, we wish you the happiest of all Mother's Days.
Thank you.
Hannah, absolutely. We hope you reward yourself. We hope you're also rewarded because moms certainly deserve it everywhere.
Definitely.
Thanks for taking the time to visit with us today. We appreciate you.
Absolutely.